All right, we got a former Jackson State defensive lineman, a 2019 undrafted free agent of the Jacksonville Jaguars, a 6'4", 270-pound defensive end, Malik Hamner.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, buddy, welcome to the Victory Formation Podcast.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man, and so it says here you didn't play ball until high school, right?
Yes, sir. I've been playing to my 11th grade year.
And you played tight end.
Yes, sir. I play a little bit of everything besides like quarterback and safety and corner. I play wide receiver. I play fullback, running back on certain plays. I play offensive tackle and guard, and I play all D line, and I play a little outside linebacker in college. I mean, in high school.
Oh, cool. So coming out of high school, were you heavily recruited, or what made you decide to go to Jackson State?
Well, coming out of high school, I got recruited for tight end and wide receiver more than anything. So funny, I was at first I didn't think I'd get recruited like that. I was coming from a smaller like high school, so you never get guys like go D1 out of the school. It's like community colleges. So I started getting recruited by Mississippi State there, and I thought it was a joke. And I transferred from that school and went to Central. And once I got there, man, my coach there, he put me out there. I went to camps and things like that, and I started getting. I talked to like 23 different colleges in like 3 months, and they was all recruiting me for like tight end. And funny story, I downed a Ole Miss scholarship for the D line because I was so stuck in playing in tight end. But at the end, I didn't take the ACT as many times as I should, and didn't have the ACT score, so I ended up going to Jackson State.
And how many years did you start?
I started 3 years there, but I played my freshman year, but it was mostly like special teams.
And how many positions along the line did you play, and on special teams?
On special teams, I played kickoff return, um, field goal block, field goal. I was the wing on field goal. And I played the whole D line there. I played nose, three tech, one eye, two eye, in. I played the whole D line.
Nice, nice. And where do you feel most comfortable along the defensive line?
Three teching out. I'm not that weight range to be in the at the nose. I mean, if I put my mind to it, I know I can play it. But three techniquing out. Mostly at the next level, I feel like I'm more of an end.
And you had a big game where you had 3 field goal blocks in one game
Yes,
with the
sir.
special teams unit. Is special teams something that's really important to you?
Yes, sir. I believe, like I said on that game, if I didn't block those three field goals, they would have won. I think the end score was like 27-30. So if I didn't, special teams played a big part in that game, and that just let you know how you got to take every part of the game serious.
And what do you think your biggest moment in college was, or your biggest achievement playing at Jackson State?
Probably like winning MVP. That was one of my major goals coming out of pretty much my whole career playing football. I always wanted to be named the most valuable player, and I got it 2 times. Got it against I got it in the WC Gordon game. I got MVP there too. So that was my biggest achievement, I think, and just making a name for myself in the a D1 school.
And do you feel it was do you feel it was hard to get a look coming out of a HBCU school?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, coming from they look at us as like second nature. I mean, they always gonna have guys that come out that just had ridiculous numbers, but they look at us as like second. But I feel like for me, it was a little bit easier due to my size, and I played my heart out, so I got the looks. It was just they don't draft guys like that from smaller schools, so it's a little bit harder. But it wouldn't
It's
be
getting a
life
little
if
bit
things
better.
were hard.
And it's starting to get a little better now. I think they're starting to realize there's some good talent coming out. And what do you think maybe was a advantage of coming out of an HBCU school?
Knowing how to work, man. Playing at HBCU, you know you got to work. If you got any hopes or dreams of playing at the next level, you can't go in there playing like pee wee ball or think you still in high school. You're gonna have to work, and it's not like going to a SEC or Pac-12 or team like that. You got to work at HBCU just to even get a look, let alone get picked up or drafted.
Yeah. And in 2019, you had 2 All-Star game invites. What was that? The Spirit America game and said
HBCU.
something. Yeah, HBCU Spirit America, and you said something in Florida. I imagine that might have been the podium game, maybe the Miami podium game.
I don't remember the name of it. I just remember it was a game. They emailed me and stuff about it. I didn't end up going because my agent held me from it.
Yeah, why do you think your agent didn't want you to go to the game?
Truthfully, I don't know. I was just young and just listening to him, and he was just telling me focus on pro day and make sure I had good numbers. And I guess he just didn't think I needed it.
Well, you see some guys opting out of it now, but you never know with agents. Maybe they didn't want to pay for it, or I mean,
Yeah,
you just never know. I personally love All-Star games. I know scouts really like to look at All-Star games, but depends on which All-Star game as well. Some of them
sure.
are less looked at than others, but so you had your pro day after that. You obviously didn't realize you had the injury at the time. You had a torn labrum, and you did pretty well. Despite having that injury, I think you had, what'd you say, 35-inch vertical.
Yes, sir.
You ran a 4.8, and you were benching 20 times at 225.
Yes, sir.
So you had no idea you had that labrum. I mean, did you realize you had an injury at all?
No, I mean I felt a little tweak, but like I said, it's like I thought it was like Nick and Baines from like playing the game, playing the whole season, and going right after that going to train in Atlanta. So I felt like it was like Nick and Baines. I didn't know it was torn into like after rookie minicamp and stuff. I went and got it checked out, and they told me it was torn the whole time. But what let me know officially like when we was doing drills, and I knew I wasn't locking out like I normally do. So.
And how did the recovery go, and how's it now?
Man, it went great. I mean, I healed a lot faster than I expected. Even the physical therapist was like, "Man, you healing a lot faster than a normal person would heal from this injury." Because shoulder injury is one of the hardest things to recover from fast, whatever. So I feel like I healed up pretty quick. Within like 2-3 months, I was already lifting weights again, back to 225, like it wasn't nothing. So I feel like I'm more healthier than I ever was in college, really.
Yeah. And then after the pro day, the Jacksonville. How soon after the pro day did the Jacksonville Jaguars get a hold of you? And was there any other NFL or CFL teams that had contacted you?
Well, right after the draft, the next morning, Jacksonville Jaguars gave me a call, told me they was bringing me in, and just I was in heavily contact with a lot of teams, but the teams that had the most interest was like the Falcons, the Colts, the Cardinals, and then the Jaguars, of course. And I did one XFL trial. I think it was I forgot where it was, what team it was.
And do you think the injury was the reason you got cut from the Jags?
I think so. I think because like I said, I wasn't locking out like I was supposed to, but I still made it all the way through mini camp and knew the plays like the back of my hand. So I think my injury would hold me back.
And tell me the most important lesson that you took from your brief stint in the NFL.
Man, I think I learned that was a childhood dream of mine. So just going there, I learned that hard work will get you anywhere in life, no matter like what your goal is. And I knew going there, I knew I was gonna have to be mentally prepared and things like that. I don't know. It wasn't like a lesson learned. It was just more like a dream come true. And I knew to get back there, I was gonna have to outwork a lot of guys, especially guys that was coming out after me and stuff. So I just learned that I had to work harder just to get back there and to keep my spot this time.
And what was the jump like when you got to the NFL? In comparison from talent from college to the NFL.
I mean, the bigger guys like the offensive line more athletic. They more quicker. Everything more high pace than college. College is more laid back, but everything is just the pace. I wouldn't say like the strength and all that. It's a little different, but it would be the pace, man. Everybody's good at that level, man.
And I mean, now you're still only 23 years old. You're healthy. You're healed up from the injury. Why do you think you're a better investment for an NFL or a CFL team now than even in 2019?
I've learned more, man. I done bettered myself from college, man. I'm doing things that I wasn't like I took from pro day. I'm my biggest critic. So on pro day, teams were telling me like, my biggest thing I need to work on loosen my hips and thicken my lower half. So now I've been taking yoga. I've been training Monday through Sunday. I've been taking care of my body, massages, all things I wasn't doing in college. And I know if I was doing good enough to get recruited and get picked up in the NFL, then when I wasn't doing these things, I know now that I didn't drop weight. I feel better. I feel stronger, more explosive, faster. I mean, I'm versatile. So I'm one of those guys that you can pick up and pay less and
Mm,
mold into whatever you want them to play, outside linebacker, whatever.
absolutely. And I mean, yeah, obviously we had the pandemic last year, and difficult for everybody involved, basically, unless you're a billionaire.
True.
You know, you had, how did you keep yourself mentally and physically fit during the pandemic?
Kept my goal in mind, kept my dream in mind, and knew couldn't let anything get in the way. I knew God allowed everything to happen for a reason. So I just took that time to heal and to work on myself mentally and of course physically and bond with my family and just keep my eyes on the prize.
And what is something the pandemic really taught you?
Value time. I mean, you'll never know like when life can be taken away from you. All the people that lost their lives during the pandemic, and
Yeah,
just you never sit down and really spend time with your family like that when the world's like normal. So when I sat down and was healing, just being around family all the time and just, what I'm saying, getting connected with life more,
that was
nature and things
important.
like that, you understand you get more connected with God. So that's why I learned more.
A little time to get to know yourself as well, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And take me through a typical workout week. What that looks like for you.
Okay, Monday. Monday is leg day. I start off my week with a 3 mile run. That's what I start my workout with. Then I do leg day. Then it's Tuesday it'll be a chest day. I don't. It's a rest day for run. Then Wednesday will be a back day. It'll be back, and then it'll be a 5 mile run. Then Thursday will be another 5 mile run, and it'll be no, it'll be Thursday. It'll be yoga. Then after it'll be a 3 mile run, and then it'll be like slight work. You don't want to do too much of the yoga, so it'll be like arms or like calf raises, whatever core
Too
core
relaxed.
workout. So
Hey, that's smart starting with the legs. I never thought about that.
yes,
I'll
sir.
just get that out of the way, because by the end of the week, you'd be a little bit too tired to be
Your
doing.
legs be gone.
Yeah, legs are tough. But
Friday will be more like Friday is a shoulder day. I do shoulder, and it's another like 3 mile run. Now it's the rest down the run, and Saturday will be arms, and it'll be an 8 mile run, and Sunday is a pool workout.
cool. And you said you trained with Chuck Smith, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you still training with him?
I trained with him when I was in Atlanta. So if I ever go like back towards Atlanta, normally I'd be like towards Texas or
Yeah.
Alabama and different places like that. But if I ever go to Atlanta, I definitely would train with him again. That was a great experience. I mean, from the pool workouts to the position work. I mean, it was everything, man. He told me like whenever you're in town, just come through and you can get a workout in. It was a great facility. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I've heard great things about his training.
Yes,
And here's a little question for my sponsors. No.
sir.
Any supplements or healthy food or activities that are crucial to maintaining your health and wellness?
I really don't do supplements. I don't like protein. I like to be natural. So
So
honestly,
it's
that's
all
me. I
from the
don't do
foods. Yeah.
protein, creatine, pre-workout, none of that. I just like to go off,
What
natural. Like in
about
the
what
game,
about
I'm on.
foods?
Yeah, foods I like to eat. I mean a whole lot better now. More. I've really lately I've changed into like a pescatarian. I only eat fish. I don't
Yeah.
try to eat chicken or red meat or anything like that. All vegetables and fruits. And I drink more water. And if I drink anything like soda wise, it'd be like a Coke Zero or a green tea. So
Yeah.
that's what I do, like supplement. Well, eating wise, I don't do any supplements.
Yeah, it's the stuff you got to watch out. You don't want that white sugar. You don't want I
Those
do a
are
lot of stuff with the raw honey myself, and It's been a major improvement in my health, getting rid of the raw honey, getting rid of that white flour, and then
Bro.
if I do eat meats, that I don't have it as much as I used to, but I try to get the good grass fed stuff. I don't get the
Bro.
the processed crap or anything.
No ground beef, man. I eat straight ground turkey. Fish wise, I eat cod and salmon, and 'cause salmon is good for the heart, and that's really the two main fish I eat. It's a little tilapia, but it's all baked, man. It's all baked or air fried or whatever I may be
Yeah,
feeling that day. And for fries, I eat sweet potato fries. So I done changed my whole eating style, man. And I
yeah.
feel better, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, from now, from when I see your pictures coming out of college, your
Mhm.
face looks leaner. You look definitely more
I was
fit.
around 280, 270 around those days, man. I'm dropping down about 265 now. My goal, I might drop down to like 250, just lean it out though.
Did
Cause I
you
feel
find
like,
it hard eating right in the pandemic?
no, not really, not at all. I mean, family made it a little hard. Being down
Mm,
south, they want to feed you, feed you, feed you. You ain't big, you ain't from down south. But
mm.
I just had to, self discipline, keep eating fish and eating
What's
good.
the hardest thing to stay away from?
Man, hardest food. I'm gonna say I'm a big steak and burger guy. I like
Yeah,
burgers, man.
yeah,
Burgers and
pasta's hard for
fries.
me.
You said pasta?
Yeah, pasta, man.
I like
I
pasta.
imagine down south, mac and cheese has got to be a tough
Oh
one.
man, like a
You
good
know,
soul food meal, mac and cheese, fried chicken, man, collard greens, cornbread, all that.
Mm. Well, you
I
could
just
eat the
leave the house and
collard
just get in the
greens, but
car and
that's
leave,
about it.
man. Can't even be in the house.
Well, the collard greens, if they're not making it with the pork butt or nothing like that, then Yeah, I had a barbecue place myself, man. So I don't know where I got this southern love, but I just when I'm
I
going down
like
there traveling, I fell in love with it, man.
one thing I do eat that I try to stay away from, but I love is ribs, man. Barbecue
Oh my
ribs.
god! Oh, I was just thinking
Man.
about that the other day. It's been a minute since I've had some good barbecue ribs. I got the smoker downstairs, and I might have to cheat and fire that thing up when the
Hey
summer here.
man, send me a plate, man. Send me some ribs, man.
And that was my place. I had a rib joint. The
Yeah,
phone
I
number
need.
was actually 778 ribs. So we used to we used to sell out of ribs every Friday. We just sell out of them, man, because we're talking back in '07 or something. So
Mm,
there wasn't really many barbecue places in New York, and so it was a new thing. Now they're popping up and stuff, but
yeah.
people probably laugh in comparison to down near you. I
Oh
know you
yeah,
guys got the
man.
barbecue, you got that white sauce, right? It's the white
Every
sauce.
every corner you go to, they barbecuing, man. They
Hey,
barbecue every day.
it's good. You gotta cheat once in a while. I mean, we're human beings. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
go
right.
on a holiday, you see your family or something. You gotta enjoy a couple plates.
Christmas or something like that, I may eat a little pie or something.
Well, I'm Italian, so it's tough. They eat pasta a lot. There's a lot of
Yeah,
pasta. Grew up eating pasta, but when I was eating all that pasta, I was big. I was getting fat. I lost 100 pounds.
man, that's good.
I had to figure it all out. It was like elimination diet. Basically, what can I eat? What can't I eat? What's working? What's not? I did it more for my health. Than I didn't want catch diabetes. Everybody runs in my family and everything, so I didn't want to have that. But is there any players in the NFL that you feel it could be past or present guys that you watch that you feel influenced or inspired your game in any way?
Be honest, I never looked at any guy. I mean, the first guy I looked at that made me really want to play football was Ray Lewis. But after that, I mean, I respect Alden Smiths and guys like that. Alden Smith was long like me and stuff like that, so I watched him a little bit in his game. But other than that, I really tried to focus on master myself and just be my own role model, man.
Yeah,
Can't look up to people all the time, man. You got to look up to yourself. So I respect all the guys in the league, the D linemen and Aaron Donalds and Ndamukong Suhs and stuff. I respect their mentalities and things, but I really try to mold myself to be my own guy, a different beast, like they do. They do themselves.
yeah. Um, well, how about someone in your life that's been a key to your success?
Probably my mom, then my grandma, my auntie, my sister, and my godfather. He stepped in my life and be like a male role model. Growing up, I was raised by straight women, mom, grandma, auntie, and
Yeah.
man, my sister. So, but they was my backbone through all this, and still is now. So, my godfather, he always taught me how cause growing up I had a little anger issue because I ain't like men really because I ain't
Yeah.
had no father around. So, but he had taught me a lot, man. I met him when I moved and went to Central, and man, he called every day, still to this day, man. Known him 8 years.
Wow.
Those my
Yeah, it's important. It's
yes
important. You
sir,
gotta have both. In some way or another. Somebody, at least give you basic ideas. I mean, it's
yes sir,
tough. I've seen it both ways around. It hurts either way. If you don't have that woman figure, you don't have that male figure. You're
sure.
missing something along the way, and you always do wind up resenting one side or the other,
Sure.
unfortunately. And it's just natural. It's a natural thing. And
Yes sir.
um, so, what do you feel your biggest attribute on the field is?
Probably my versatility and my length. I'm longer than most guys I go against. Even when we played TCU, my what was it, my junior year, I'm longer than most guys, even at the SEC level and stuff like that. Man, my length is probably what set me apart. And once I lock a guy out, it's not really much they can do. And I think my versatility, because all through college, I mean, they never knew where I play. I mean, third and long, I can get at the nose and rush. Second down, I'd be at end, a three technique. So I think my versatility and my length be my strength probably.
Move you around and pick the weak spots and try to hit that.
Yes, sir. You'll
And what's
never
an
know.
area of your game that you're always working on improving?
What area? I probably my length. Me being so my height. So like me being taller. So it's like staying low and just getting off the ball, reacting, knowing if it's a down block zone, pass, things like that. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you just be so much in the urge to get off the ball and make a play. Discipline my eyes. A lot of times I notice myself on film looking in the backfield instead of looking at the man in front of me, beating him, then get my eyes back there. So I think my pad height in my eyes, my discipline in my eyes.
So you feel you got better at like recognizing, is this going to be a run? Is this going to be a pass?
Yes, sir.
Looking at the offensive lineman's hands or how they're going to,
Yes, sir.
how much pressure's on them and
And I
whatnot.
I discipline myself to know I don't even really look at their hands like that anymore because you got a different breed of guys now. Like some guys, they every down they get down, their hand are light.
Look
You
the
never know
same.
if it's a run or a pass. So more
Yeah.
of just looking at him and his hips and his shoulder pass and things like that, instead of just his hand all the time. I mean, they all heard the trick of that. Look at their hand, they sitting light. All the offensive linemen heard that. So
Yeah, I'm sure I heard that. Yeah, that seems to be the thing. Um, how important is film study to you?
man, it's very important, man. I know certain many games I just knew the play like FAMU when they was at the goal line. I noticed how tight the guard and the center was, and I knew who was pulling. And right time they sniped, man, time they snapped the ball, shot back there, forced fumble, turned the ball over. So studying film it pays off, man. And I didn't really get into it. Honestly, I didn't get into it until like beginning of junior year, all from then on. But it helps a lot, man. When you can get out there, and if you watch my film, you can see me calling out plays against Southern Miss and stuff like that,
Good.
communicating and stuff.
Yeah, I know coaches. That's really what they're looking for. They want guys that are going to not only practice, but they're going to also go home and put on that film spot. Especially now, because you can put it on your phone and you can watch it on your free time. It's not like back in the day that you had to be in the film room or whatever. So, um, after your playing career is done, could you see yourself maybe coaching football?
Man, my godfather really want me to start coaching once I'm done. He want me to do it, and a lot of people tell me I should do that, and a lot of other things they want me to get into. But I definitely would because I got to stay around the game, man. I love the game, and it got me so far in life, and it still get me places in life. So I definitely could see myself coaching. You know what I'm saying? Training, working out guys, and things like that.
Well, it's always good. You got NFL experience, and hopefully you're getting more. And then
So,
and it's rewarding to help the young guys. I mean, as they get older, it's a little bit different, but the young guys really do appreciate it a lot, and you really make such a big difference in them,
Yes, sir.
as you go up. But
Yes, sir. In my city, man, they hear Malik in NFL, they ready to work out or do something, man.
all right, so basically, I got one last question. Tell any scouts, GMs, or coaches from the NFL or CFL why you're a great fit for their organization.
I'm a guy that's raw, that can be molded into anything they want me to play. I'm a guy that works harder than any guy on the team, veterans and all. I know it's a lot being said, but it's the truth. And I got a heart of a lion, man. I'm willing to die out down the field because it's what I love. Not for the money, it's just what I love doing. And man, I'm a guy you can bring in, pay less, and just will still work their butt off. Even when they get up there in the higher years, won't never be bothered with what's going on off the field. You'll just see me working on the field. I'm a great guy on and off the field.
Good, good. And tell everybody where they can find you on social media. Keep up with you. Like I said, I'll get your film out there, your profile, your interview, put it all together, and then and put it out all over the network and on the site.
You can find me on Instagram at elite4l_, and you can find me on Twitter. My name Malik Hamner _8, and you can even contact my number. Put my number out there. I got two phones, so
I'll put your number out on here.
Yeah, so you can contact
and I gotta edit it out. And you never know what crazy peoples will call you.
Yeah, you're right.
But man, we appreciate you coming on the show, and like I said, we'll get it all out there. Let's get you back in that league, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, man. And Malik Hamner, check him out this year. Hopefully, NFL, CFL, you should see him out there this year, man, kicking butt. And yeah, man, you have a good night, brother.
You too.